And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's a choice that my daughter made. Yeah. So I don't want to kick nobody while they're down.
I think the big thing, because I have girls too, is though.
No boys?
I have a boy too.
Okay.
Is one, if your son is in that position or your son is accused of those things that Diddy was accused of, like, I'm going to believe in my son and what he says, but I'm gonna check him about that. I'm gonna check him about whether or not these are things you've done. I'm also gonna check him about putting himself in those positions. And on the other side that we have to be very careful of, especially when talking about
Floyd Mayweather might have just walked himself straight into the dirtiest scandal in hip-hop history after he sat down for what was supposed to be a laid-back interview on the Pivot podcast and instead triggered a complete media meltdown with one sentence and one bizarre defense of Diddy, and now Floyd's name is being dragged right into the courtroom chaos surrounding the Freakoffs, which are the same twisted sex parties that Cassie described as drugged-up violent and filled with celebrities who look the other way. So now the internet is asking the question everyone's too afraid to say out loud, which is, was Floyd Mayweather in the room during Diddy's Freakoffs, or worse, was he part of it because the court just dropped some fresh bombshells and fans think the walls are closing in?
Yeah, I'm getting money, you know who I am? My name holds weight. Okay, all that's cool. But why are you tripping about spending $20 or $50 to get in the strip club? If you're really getting money like that, you're not tripping on $20 or $50. It's just a drop in the bucket. Me, myself, I got a staff, I got employees, I got to take care of. And if I let everybody in for free, I'll be out of business. You guys don't trip when you go out and buy them high-end cars. You don't trip when you buy the European clothes. And you don't trip when you buy them high-end watches. So why are you tripping about spending
Floyd Mayweather appeared on The Pivot and got asked about his relationship with Diddy, so you would think with the mountain of lawsuits against Diddy ranging from trafficking and abuse to federal-level surveillance, Floyd would say something cautious, but no, he doubled down, and that is what set everything off in the first place.
Diddy. I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake.
Business is P. Diddy's business, and then he added the most jaw-dropping line saying, even if that happened to my daughter I would be hurt, but that's the choice my daughter made. So the man literally implied that victims choose to be victims, and Twitter lost its mind while TikTok stitched the clip like wildfire with comments saying brutal, and Floyd Mayweather has a history of beating women, so this doesn't surprise me one bit. And if you've ever doubted, Floyd was part of the Freakoffs. Listen to him now.
Does not use common sense. He's very rich, very successful. Congratulations, Floyd. I used to think he's one of the best boxers ever, but I disagree now. I think he's tarnishing his legacy.
Even like P. Diddy. I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt, but
And here is where it gets wild, because Floyd is not new to controversy since he served jail time and has been convicted for domestic battery, while multiple exes accused him of emotional and physical abuse even in front of. So when he defends Diddy without even being asked, you have to wonder if this is loyalty or self-preservation. And then enter Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, who you already know was not about to sit back quietly.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance.
Posted a video on Instagram clowning Floyd's comments and laughing and mocking before dropping a bar that went viral instantly, saying they didn't even ask him about this, and champ, is you stupid or is you dumb? So he didn't hold back, and that is no surprise since Floyd and 50 have been beefing for years.
Having on social media talking about it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
I'm just not with all that flicky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more.
There has been talk of fistfights behind the scenes, and 50 once claimed Floyd could not read while Floyd said 50 was broke and bitter, so now the tension just hit a new level because this time it is not about clout but about who was at Diddy's Freakoffs and who helped cover it all up.
Challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck.
50 even teased a new series called Did He Do It, which was an obvious play on who did what and who is about to get exposed next, and fans are eating it up with theories exploding all over Reddit and TikTok, and one user wrote if 50 is clowning Floyd now it is because he knows something and he has been waiting to throw him under the bus, and maybe he is not wrong because what happens next takes us straight into the courtroom where inside that Manhattan federal courtroom it is chaos and day by day. The Freakoffs are becoming more than rumors, with Cassie Ventura, who is Diddy's longtime ex, telling the court she was forced into sexual encounters with strangers while high on drugs she did not consent to, and she said these parties were not just casual but were planned, filmed and deeply disturbing, with Cassie saying sometimes I did not even know where I was and there were people everywhere including celebrities, strangers and cameras, and it felt like a nightmare. And she also testified that she was 8.5 months pregnant when Diddy made her perform for guests during a party that allegedly involved trafficking victims.
Party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
The former Bad Boy artist named Don Richard backed it up, and she said she saw Diddy beat Cassie and drag her by her hair while telling her you talk you die, but that is not even the worst part because Diddy's ex-assistant Capricorn Clark allegedly kept records which included a list of VIP guests and a record of who attended which party and what went down. And while Floyd's name has not hit the official transcript, insiders claim there are sealed exhibits and Floyd's name might be on one of them.
Do nothing but love him, and he's only been a great mentor to me, and somebody that I always love and be indebted to.
And what about the fact that Floyd Mayweather and Diddy were not just associates but were actually tight, since there are over 50 separate documented sightings of them together between 2011 and 2020 in nightclubs, mansions and private jets, and guess what, that is the exact same timeline that Cassie and others say the Freakoffs were happening.
Point the finger at somebody. I mean, I think that it's just that when I talk about the numbers that I'm doing, I'm really doing. It's not like, you know how the young kids say now, capping, or we used to say fronting, so ain't no future in your fronting, but whatever I talk about.
Sources claim Floyd attended at least 3 of Diddy's most exclusive parties, which were the ones with no phones, heavy security and pre-signed NDAs, and it is not just who was there but how Floyd is acting now, since there is no way he is letting that, and he is so bad boy, so he is just taking the flag up and is really proud to see, and he is not distancing himself and he is not condemning anything but is brushing it off by saying that is Diddy's business, which is a red flag. Especially when dozens of other celebs are cutting ties with Diddy immediately, like Usher and French Montana, and even Diddy's own kids have gone silent, but Floyd's still out here defending him on national podcasts, and something does not add up because what he had a problem.
Acting now.
There's no way I'm letting that. He's so bad boy, so he's just taking the flag up himself, and it's really proud to see, you know.
He's not distancing himself. He's not condemning anything. He's brushing it off. That's Diddy's business. That's a red flag, especially when dozens of other celebs are cutting ties with Diddy immediately. Usher, French, Montana, even Diddy's own kids have gone silent. But Floyd, still out here defending him on national podcasts? Something doesn't add up.
Because what he had a problem with you
First of all, see, I didn't do nothing to him. So let's go back to the first of all. The first of all is there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true, and has really tried to stain my legacy. I've always been a person, I don't like to get in just talking people's business and things like that. But not right now. I have
Just when it looked like the case could not get crazier, it did, because Diddy's top lawyer Anthony Ricco just quit, and this is a guy who has defended terrorists before, so walking off a celebrity case like this is a major red flag.
Is getting a little smaller as the rap mogul's defense team prepares prepares for his May trial on sex trafficking charges, his attorney, Anthony Rico, respectfully but regrettably requested to be dismissed from his role, according to documents obtained by NBC News. Rico, who is one of 6 attorneys on the case, requested in the February 21st filing to withdraw as representation because, quote, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs.
Rico told the court under no circumstances can I continue to serve Mr. Combs, and he did not explain why and did not cite health and did not cite conflict but just dipped. So what are the theories with Reddit going wild right now? And one thread with over 20,000 upvotes claims Rico walked after seeing unreleased footage of a freak-off and recognizing multiple high-profile names including possibly Floyd, while another theory says Diddy is about to turn on his own crew to save himself, and if Diddy flips he is taking Floyd down with him and Floyd knows it. And one comment read, let's not forget Floyd Mayweather's rap sheet ain't clean since in 2010 he served 90 days for attacking the mother of his kids in front of them, and in 2005 he was accused of hitting another woman at a Vegas nightclub, and in 2015 the New York Times ran an expose on how Floyd had dodged multiple domestic abuse charges over the years thanks to NDAs, settlements, and power moves.
People around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen,
he
apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read, like
that's BS.
Something.
That is
that
BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
So when Floyd defends Diddy without a hint of concern for the victims, it hits different because it feels like he is talking about himself, and that makes his silence way more dangerous because silence from someone like Floyd is not just protection but it is a warning sign. And right now Floyd Mayweather has not been officially named in court and there is no arrest and no indictment and no hard evidence released to the public, but the signs are stacking up like dominoes since he is defending the undefendable, and he is linked by timeline, location and behavior, and insiders say sealed documents may reveal even more. And let's not act like Floyd is not already drowning in legal drama without the Diddy freak-off connection, because the feds have already been circling him for months and straight up watching his every move, and it started with those luxury Dubai raids, and then boom, news broke that the FBI has been quietly building a case on Floyd for financial crimes, racketeering and even international wire fraud.
Money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the control.
Yeah. What you mean there's no transfer of ownership on these properties? Champ on the internet talking about he spent $402 million on these properties. I'm hoping this is not somebody just caught Floyd Mayweather slipping. He said he owned them.
He said he owned them properties, but it gets even nastier because word on the street is Floyd scammed investors into dumping millions into a fake real estate project in Manhattan.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down.
But the whole thing was capped since the building is still sitting half finished and permits expired and contractors walked out and investors are furious.
Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year.
So there you go, and now the rumors are getting louder that Mayweather's cash is drying up and Vegas insiders are whispering about a potential bankruptcy filing coming soon, and his team is denying it, but the math is not mathing.
We don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough, because if anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all.
He's fighting exhibitions in Asia for cash, flipping watches on Instagram, and suddenly popping up in courtrooms more than boxing rings.
According to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
So with all that heat on his...
He has been traveling in Asia for cash and flipping watches on Instagram and suddenly popping up in courtrooms more than boxing rings. So alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events and stories, and subscribe to Ring Headquarters and turn on notifications so you never miss an update, and be sure to watch our other videos too, and until next time, take care and stay safe.